the proper way to capture a hyperlapse.
Check it out.
Using the Sony a7 IV as an example, start by navigating through the menu settings to enable the grid lines. Then make sure photo mode is set to shoot raw images, and adjust your shutter speed to 1/50th or higher, depending on your motion blur preference. Keep in mind the slower your shutter, the more motion blur you'll get from any moving objects in the frame. But if you go too slow, everything will blur. Set your white balance manually. Never leave it on auto. I usually shoot hyperlapses with a wider lens, so in that case, use the sharpest aperture available, or at least stop down enough to keep more of your frame in focus. Set your ISO to the lowest possible value that will still work with your chosen shutter and aperture. If you're using Sony a7 IV, I always recommend back button autofocus. Set your focus mode to flexible spot, small, and position it dead center between the grid lines. Choose a stationary subject as your reference point. This will be the anchor for your entire hyperlapse. Turn on the camera leveling, then take your first image, step forward, or in whichever direction you're moving, line up the subject exactly in the same spot and take another photo. Repeat this process until you've captured at least 120 images for a 5-second time lapse. Just multiply your desired time by 24 frames per second to determine how many photos you need. Now for post-production, drop all your raw images into Photoshop. Camera Raw will open, select all images. Because they're raw, you have far more latitude to adjust exposure, highlights, and shadows. After editing, export the images sequentially as JPEGs, open Premiere Pro, and import the first photo as an image sequence. This will automatically stitch your photos together into a video clip. Apply Warp Stabilizer at about 2% for a subtle polish, add color grade, and you're good to go. The best part? You've got a massive high-resolution file you can zoom and crop without much quality loss, unlike traditional video, especially when shooting on a 33 megapixel Sony a7 IV. So don't forget,